So in today's video, we're going to be deciding whether you should take Curtis Jones or KONE. How this video works is we break down each card, compare them to their positions, and their chances of being upgraded, and then I'll go ahead and show you who I choose overall. So starting off with Curtis Jones, you can see here he has got some pretty rounded stats. Of course, all FUT birthday cards are 5-star, 5-star. That'd be the same for KONE. And as you can see here, he's got Incisive, Jockey, Intercept, Technical, Rapid, Flair, Trickster, Press Proven, Tiki-Taka Plus, and Finesse Shot Plus. Now, in terms of positions, he can play Cam, CDM, and, of course, Centre Mid. Very good roles, I will add to this. They could be slightly improved, but in terms of actual base roles, fantastic. Statistics here, really high agility and balance, fantastic composure. Defending would be actually higher if it wasn't down to the header inaccuracy, but overall, 83 rated in terms of in-game stats for defending, being slide tackle the lowest, the rest way higher. Not like you really notice that too much either. Passing also could be higher if it wasn't down to his 61 free kick accuracy. Now, if we have a look at him in-game, as a base, he's 92 as a centre mid, 90 as a DM, and 91 as a cam. If we were to put something, I don't know, for example, let's just go for a Shadow. Going to make him into a 93 DM, 93 centre mid, 92 cam. With a Hunter, 93 cam, 90 CDM, and 92 centre mid. But I'd probably be looking at something like an Engine, and you can see there, makes him a 94 cam, 94 centre mid, 91 CDM. Box-to-box midfielder, this is a very, very high-level top-tier card. Crazy, crazy, and now he's hit the range of being able to be evoed again. You could put him into the FUT birthday upgrade if you wanted to, or you could wait and see what EA have in store. Now, the other one who is his straight-up competition is, of course, the French midfielder KONE from Roma. And again, a little bit different to Jones. He's got power shot, ping pass, long ball, anticipate, bruiser, technical, flair, first touch, press proven. Really rounded. Again, his shooting would be so much higher if it wasn't down to the low penalties and volleys. Same for the passing, down to the free kick accuracy. But you can see here, dribbling, absolutely unbelievable. Positions, only CDM or centre mid. Now, my issue with this card, before we get into his in-game stats, is there are a lot of French midfielders who have been boosted massively, and most of them are in the Serie A, or you've evoed the Thuram card from midfield plenty of times. So that's just something to keep in mind. Also good for chemistry links, though, to counter-argue that. In terms of chem styles, if we were to go for the typical Shadow, 92 CDM, 92 centre mid. As a Hunter, if you wanted to maximize his attacking ability, 89 CDM, 92, 92. And then, of course, if we wanted to go for an anchor, just like we did with Jones when I find it, makes him into controlled lengthy. And you can see here, 92, 92 centre back, 92. So it's 92 all around, really. So in terms of in-games, he is crazy, crazy consistent and very, very rounded. Now, if we were to compare KONE first with some of the players that are in his sort of position and in his team, you can see here we've got Yaya Toure, Loftus-Cheek, who's from the same league but English. Issue I have with Loftus, you can actually evo him now and make him into a much better midfielder than what this suggests. Sarwar's base. You can't get some of these cards now. Gravenbach is a pro card. We got another Yaya Toure here. De Jong's crazy. Patchy Player of the Month. Barella from the Serie A again. A Fred card that could have been evoed. And you can see the list goes on and on and on. The interesting thing for me here, Curtis Jones hasn't popped up as a centre mid here, so that's interesting. And if we go do the exact same thing with Jones, you'll see here that Jones will also have a pretty tough competition when it comes down to the midfield role. And again, usual suspects. You've got Loftus-Cheek here, Sarwa, Matthias, it was an SBC, Valverde, Barella, the Bellingham card that was for free that we got. If you got him, the De Jongs, Yaya Toure again. So they've got practically the same competition, right? Now, what does this come down to overall? Well, what this suggests is that you want to go for someone that's going to fit in your team more and who's just going to be suited to your playstyle more. So if you prefer an attacking midfielder, Jones is the one to go for. If you prefer a defensive midfielder, then, of course, KONE is going to be the one to go for on that. Both really easy to link, being in the Major League, Serie A and Premier League. Both major nations, English and French. Very easy to link when it comes to that as well. But if you want to have a look which one I'm going to go for, I am going to choose Curtis Jones to go to the rest of my Premier League team that I'm running. KONE is a really, really good choice. But for me, Curtis Jones suits it more. Let me know in the comment section down below which one you're going to go for, and then let me know what your team is like as well, and I'll catch you in the next video.